Let me ask you something. Have you tried offshoring only to end up with babysitting them, chasing them for deliverables, and wondering why it doesn't work for you? Well, you're not alone. Here's the truth about offshoring. 80% fails. And the negative impact is not just the headaches, but it's also the full-blown business disruption, not to mention the lack of confidence that you get from your onshore team. Now, most BPOs and offshoring companies give you what I call a soft warm body. They give you a heap of resumes to plow through, low-level talent, and you're in charge. But the issue with that is that 80% of that ends up in churn every 8 months. And that's a massive disruption. You've got to constantly hold their hand. They're low-level talent, so they have zero context and no decision-making ability. Secondly, they're not aligned to your US hours and holidays, and they get very little onboarding, ongoing training, and certainly don't start with a clear strategy. And suddenly, you're not just outsourcing, but having to babysit them every step of the way, which is why people think it doesn't work for them. Now, there are two major problems with the traditional version of BPO and offshoring. It is a talent problem and a strategy problem. Now, if you failed at offshoring, it's because no one gave you the playbook, which is what I'd like to share with you now.
Hi, I'm Tamara Le. I've been building and helping exit 8- and 9-figure businesses for the past 20 plus years, and I boil my success down to 2 key drivers. The first one is having agile workforces that leverage AI and outsourcing. And the second is creating a predictable revenue model following our EGS growth frameworks. So if this is the first time on my channel, I invite you to subscribe. I'll be putting out regular content to share best practices and proven processes to help you drive profit, growth, and lead gen.
I've spent the last 2 decades fixing offshoring models, and here's what works. It's called the 5 S's of Offshoring Success. The first one is it's all about the talent. In fact, forget low-level talent. AI agents can do this. We are looking for the top 1% of global talent in the Philippines, and we want them to be A-team players with US corporate experience. So we're headhunting those from places like PwC, Deloitte's, and Fortune 500 US companies that have back offices in the Philippines. We're not doing job posts and we're not hiring juniors. It is all about finding those key players with 10 years experience. Secondly, it's all about the frameworks, the SOPs, and we follow 2 things, which is EOS and EGS. Now, these scorecards are built in from day one to ensure offshoring success. Now let's talk about supervision. With every team that we put in place, we call these pods. And it's very important that you have a team lead across your offshore team. Now this means that you don't have to manage 5 to 10 people in each department, but instead you have one point of contact, which is your offshore team lead, and they manage the team to these KPIs. Now, speaking of KPIs, it is all about tracking, and we have rolling 90-day execution plans based on our quarterly rocks in EOS or your quarterly goals. And we make sure that we're doing performance reviews with each team member every quarter. Lastly, we're supporting them with AI tools and training and investing in them. At the end of the day, it's about offshoring AI and automation, and we're creating the workforce of the future. Offshoring plays a critical role in this. So if you've tried offshoring and failed, please don't give up. It's time to revisit it, but this time based on the 5 best practices that I just took you through. And don't look at offshoring simply as a way to save money. It's more than that. It's about building a scalable, agile, high-performance team that keeps your business future-proof. ITR Economics recently reported that wages are not going down. In fact, they're due to go up more over the next 3 to 5 years. And onshore talent is drying up, and agility is your greatest competitive advantage. Offshoring is a great way to create an agile global workforce. So if you're ready to scale with the right team, the right systems, and real results, book a session with us and we can show you how to build the right offshore team with the right practices so that you win.